Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, April the 26th, 2023. Thursday, April the 26th. Today's episode was okay. I mean, it was okay for Genoa City land, right? We had Sharon and Chance. They have a date, but it's in right there in the smack of the afternoon. He goes, "Look, let's go for early dinner. Let's go to the athletic club." I'm telling you, y'all, the Grand Phoenix must have been demolished. Um, so, well, plus, I guess they have to now start showing people in the jazz lounge, the Neil Winters dedicated room. And so they get there, and the dining room had been rented out for a private party. So, they told them they could order food in the jazz lounge, and it's just more appetizer type, smaller dinner portions. But look, they were having lunch. They didn't need no big dinner, right? So anyway, they're having lunch. Chance was trying to decompress because he opened his stupid mouth and told Jack about Jeremy Stark, and then Jack was trying to tell him what to focus on next and what to do next. Chance needs to shut him down more than he does, because for one, he told him too much. Then it was almost like he was answering, trying to defend himself, answering to Jack, and it should never be that way. Chance, right? But anyway, him and Sharon, they could be very comfortable with themselves and enjoy each other's company, even though, come on, Sharon has had to be, 10 years older than him? But okay, I guess it works, or it can work, right? But Sharon is definitely a lot older than Chance. Because Chance, Sharon is Nick's age. Think about that, y'all. Sharon is Nick's age. Chance is Adam's age. Chance is still teetering, leaving the force. And you know what? Now that Adam is going to be running his own company, even though he hasn't said yes, I'll get to that later. Adam and Chance they're friends, or friendly enough. If Adam had a male friend, which he doesn't, it would be Chance. Chance is as close to a male friend as that Adam has. Okay. So they have a really good lunch. And then we spend time, I didn't even want to picture them, Diane and Michael, him going over Discovery, what they have, going over, and of course, all this stuff she didn't do. She didn't order the cyanide online. She didn't do that. She goes, "That's not even mine," but it's her credit card. She never had a letter from Phyllis, and she actually talked it out pretty right. Phyllis and Stark are in cahoots together. How would Diane know something like that? Because that's something she would do. 100%. That's something she would do. So she could figure out something like that, right? So anyway, whatever, Diane, right? She goes, "You find Jeremy Stark, you'll get some answers." Michael hadn't got the call yet that Jeremy was dead, right? So he didn't know. Now we have Victoria and Victor are talking. Nikki's in the office, kind of has her back to him, turned as Victor's leaning back in the chair. "I now own McCall Unlimited." And Victoria's like, "Well, good for you. You're going to give it to Adam. That's going to be its demise in just a matter of time." And see, this is what pisses Victor off, which is what he told Nicholas, but he really needs to tell it to Victoria. When he blew up at Nicholas and he goes, "You and your sister have done nothing but put roadblocks in his way every step of the way," he needs to tell that to Victoria, because it's the kind of talk she's doing. That's what she does to Adam in his face, right? And so Victor looked at her and she goes, "There are a number of McCall's divisions that are going to give Newman." Oh, wait. Let me get that right, everybody. There are a number of McCall Unlimited divisions that are going to give Newman Enterprises a run for its money. It's going to be some healthy competition between the two companies. And Nikki is like, Because what it really means is I'm going to have my children yet again competing against each other. Competing against each other. Now, I'm happy Nicholas turned him down, because that would have been so unfair of him to say, oh, and by the way, I'm taking your COO, putting him over in the competition. See, no, let Adam build his own structure, his own formidable opponents, because the media part of McCall, get the old CEO of Newman Media, get Sally. Sally knows that kind of job. Sally can run that job. Her and Chloe's thing didn't get off the books, off the road. Nick would be pissed, but Sally will be rewarded handsomely. Bring Sally and Chloe aboard, Adam. We shall see. I kind of think that is something Adam would do. Yep, and that's exactly what I would do. So anyway, Victor gets up and he goes, I love you both, and I'll see you later. He walks out. And Victoria's like, can you believe what he's done? He's getting ready to hand that to Adam. He this, he that. And so, because he told her, you're going to wish you had bought McCall Unlimited. She goes, oh, and have Adam here? No, thank you. Right? So Nikki says, well, this is about to get a lot of publicity, this merger, this acquisition. And she's telling Victoria, she goes, Adam is going to do what Adam always does. And Victoria says, well, you know how, darling. She goes, I couldn't have worked with him. I wouldn't have wanted Adam here. He brings chaos. And Nikki says, oh, I agree with you there. See? Then come what may, y'all. Come what may. You guys aren't worried. Right now, McCall Unlimited is not competition to Newman. It wasn't before. It's going to take Adam a minute to get it there. But he's going to, right? So Victor then leaves and he goes and has a meeting with Adam. And he congratulates him on having a girl. And Adam's like, how did you find out? He goes, Nicholas told me. Now I'm thinking, yeah, of course he did. And Adam's smiling because he's still happy he's having a girl. And so Victor then tells him that he bought McCall Unlimited. And now he's trying to pull the family card. I bought this for you, my boy, for your children. This is going to be a legacy for them. For Connor and Christian and your new little girl. And for one, I'm thinking, you guys never lump Christian in as Adam's child because Nick adopted Christian. That's Nick's child. But you know what? And I want you, Y&R Daily Recap history fans. Nick wanted to adopt Christian, but I think Adam actually did not let him adopt him, because remember, Adam was going, out of spite for Nicholas, Adam was going to take Christian for a minute. And then Adam decided, no, he loved Christian too much. And Christian doesn't even really know him. So he told Nick he would continue, he wouldn't stand in his way of raising Christian. But I don't know if Adam truly signed over parental rights and let Nicholas adopt Christian. Can any of you out there tell me if you remember that? I would really like to know. Really, really, I would like to know that. But anyway, Adam goes, so, okay, you are desperate. You don't even like Sally. But you're sure pulling in the fact that, oh, now that it's your grandchild, oh, you're trying to really pull some strings in on me. And so he goes, I don't know. Yes, it's a great, he goes, you'd be a fool to pass up this opportunity. And Adam goes, it is a good opportunity. this could be a great opportunity. But I have to think it over because I have to think about everything that comes with it, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, Adam, just 2 weeks ago, you were saying, when are you going to buy it? Why hasn't it happened? When are you going to buy it? And Victor said, listen, my boy, we've just run into a little roadblock. Victoria doesn't want to buy it. So now I've got to come up, oh, of course, you were just doing this to jerk me around. Oh, see, stood on his head, pitched a tantrum. And Victor says, all I'm saying, Adam, give me a little time. I will get around this hurdle. Adam didn't want to hear it. I don't want any of these storms out, and hasn't really talked to Victor too much since. See, spoiled, entitled brat. So now that Victor's offering it to him, I don't know. I'll get back to you. And he gets up and he walks away. And Victor's just like, good God Almighty. He's too much like me. Except I know a good deal when I see it. And I would just run with it. But see, here's the thing. Nobody could hand Victor Newman anything on a silver platter. This is where all his kids differ, with the exception of Nicholas. Nicholas will go out and build a company from scratch on his own, period. Adam and Victoria, no, they won't. No, they won't. But you know Adam is going to come back and say, okay. But boy, if Nicholas had said okay to his father, there'd be no way Victor could tell him, oh, and this is your company, right? You got complete autonomy, because he goes, I'd have to have complete autonomy. You're going to have complete autonomy. Oh, but I've hired your brother Nicholas to run it with you. That's not complete autonomy. Wait, no, we don't get along. And this is my company. He wouldn't be running it with me. He will be working for me. See, Victoria makes that known. Oh, no, no. The only one running with her is her mother. Except you heard when they came out of the meeting today, and Victoria says, Nikki says, I'll have those new budgets. She goes, no, Victoria says, I'll need the paperwork on the new budget workups. And Nikki says, I'll get those to you today, darling. They'll be cut by, I think she said 10%. And Victoria looked at her and said 15. Because see, really, you thought you was co-CEO, right? No. Nope. You answered to me. So Victoria looked at her and said, okay, darling, I guess so. We'll get that done. So anyway, now Victor's sitting there looking, but Victor ain't pissed off. He knows Adam. Come on now. Adam will be right back, right 100% back. And Victor is counting on it, right? So then we have, Summer. She is such a loose cannon. You know, she's telling Kyle, just leave me alone. I've got things I got to do, but I want to go with you. No. I need space. Space don't mean you coming with me, right? And Kyle's like, but Summer, we don't talk. She goes, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm pulling away. I'm sorry that I'm shutting you out. But Kyle, I need answers. Well, what do you mean? I need answers. And I'm not going to be able to rest until I get some answers. And so she goes, and they're kind of by the door. I got to go. And then Jack comes in. And she looks and he goes, Dad, any progress with Christine? Or Dad, what's going on? And he looks, he goes, I've got some news. Jeremy Stark is dead. And Kyle looks at Jack, Jack looks at him, and Summer like, so she turns and she's looking away, and it was almost like she was hyperventilating over there. And so Kyle's like, Summer, are you okay? Because she's kind of rocking a bit. And she goes, no, I'm not okay. No, I'm not okay. I need answers. And Jeremy Stark had them, and now he's dead. So now am I supposed to just resigned to, I will never have answers. I got to go. Summer, no, don't go. Wait, let me go with you. No, Kyle, I told you, I got to do this alone. So she walks out, slams the door shuts abruptly. And Jack looked at Kyle and he said, what's going on with her? What's going on with her? That's how intuned and or unintuned, or as he don't give a doggone about Summer. What do you mean, what's wrong with her? Her mother just died a few days ago, right? And all you could do is talk about getting Diane, the one that's arrested for her murder, out of jail. That's all you could do. And you have the nerve to say, what's going on with her? So Kyle's like, I don't know, Dad. We are not even talking and blah, 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 whatever. Cry a river. But with Stark being dead, what's that going to mean? Oh my goodness, mom, right? So Summer goes to the park and she's anxious and she's looking at her phone. And I'm like, okay, is she looking to meet somebody there? Right? And Daniel shows up and she's like, what are you doing here? He goes, trying to clear my head. What are you doing here? She's like, trying to be alone, like, so get away. And he's like, well, how are you feeling? She's like, Daniel, I don't want, she goes, I don't, he goes, you know what? I feel the same. And somehow they were talking and he goes, I feel the same. He goes, so let's talk about it. It's good for us to talk to each other. And she says, no, I think it's best for people not to always want to talk about their what's going on with them. I think it's best for them to bury it down inside and say less. And he looked at her, he goes, well, that's the absolute opposite thing you should do. So anyway, she's kind of like, you know what, Daniel, I'd really rather be alone. So he's like, well, you know what, Summer, I love you. If you ever want to talk, I will listen. And you're right. I will be taking my leave. So he leaves and Summer's looking at her clock and she's back and forth and she's like looking like, where is this person? Well, apparently Phyllis has sent her an anonymous text. You know how Phyllis is. Probably through a burner phone. Why would you have her meet you in public? Why? And why are you looking dressed up like you're getting ready to go out for a business lunch, Phyllis? You've gone through an ordeal. Whatever story you're going to tell, you shouldn't be looking like that. Okay? Like you just came from a spa treatment. So Summer kind of senses somebody walking up and she turns and she backs up. She's startled. She's shaking. And Phyllis is looking at her like tears in her eyes. My girl, because Phyllis, so she's closer to Summer than she ever is Daniel, right? That's Summer's her heart. So it's left there with Summer seeing Phyllis and Phyllis seeing Summer, or Phyllis letting her see her, because that's really what that was, right? So tomorrow ought to be pretty good. Let's see if we get the lie out of Phyllis, because I want the lie to come really, really fast and soon. I want to see how is Phyllis going to explain this, and we shall see. So let's go to Comment Corner. Monique says, Nick is showing his dominance and insecurities with Sally and Adam. He is not happy Sally is including Adam in the process. Nick wants Adam to have less involvement in with his baby girl. Sally needs to set boundaries with Nick and Adam. Adam is following the boundaries. She's inviting him to a whole lot. Nick is the one. She better say, look, if you can't, then your whole face need to change, my man. Lisa says, why couldn't they have Adam purchase McCall instead of Victor? Adam wants to work alone, and Victor is not having that. He wants Adam to work with Nick. I know, isn't that crazy? I knew Victor wants his family to work together, but Nikki and Victoria and Nick doesn't want any part of Adam. Patricia says, everyone thinks Chance is stupid, especially Phyllis, if she believes she can get away with this deception. I like the new Summer. She is a mini Phyllis and a Spitfire. I also love the opening credits featuring her and Connor Floyd as Chance. Annette says the coffee house is like Wally World, one-stop shopping. Hear all the news of the day. Exactly. Annette also says Chance and Chris get a coffee. Chance and Chris get a coffee. Okay, Phyllis will say Jeremy and Diane planned her death. Just bet. We'll see, and she probably will. Patricia says, you were right. But Chance ain't stupid as Phyllis and everyone thinks. Libby says, Jack is so far out of line. I wish Cricket would get a restraining order to keep him away from her and Chance. He is harassing and interfering. I really don't like him much, but keep having to remind myself what a great actor Peter Bergman is. The way he portrays Jack's obsessive behavior. I don't know why Chance announced Stark's death out loud. I don't know either. The writers just lost their dang mind. And yes, Ashley kissing Tucker felt totally strained. I thought they screwed up in the scene, but maybe it was to make a point that she's playing Tucker. And it was an awkward forced move. She's being a total you-know-what tease. Yes, I know what. And Tucker did call her out because on her inviting him to move in to anger Jack. LaShunter says, I wish Devon would have bought Tucker's company. Jack doesn't care about anything but Diane. I guess nobody has an office anymore. Jack have a seat. Phyllis gonna catch it from Lauren. Tucker paid Ashley back. Ashley played too many games. She wants Tucker to move in, to be under Jack's skin. Chance was going to quit, but he lit a fire up under him. But who must she? Why is Jack ear hustling? Jeremy's body was found dead. That was the purpose of Phyllis. What was the purpose of Phyllis bagging the body? Ashley and Adam were so happy, and Nick a sore thumb, stealing their joy. Sally and Adam were so happy today. Yep, and Nick was trying to steal their joy with his sour face. He really was. Victor texts Nick. He really thought Adam was leaving. Have a seat, Nick. Yep, that's right. I can see Sally getting closer to Adam day by the day. She wants Connor to know, but he's going to talk to Chelsea first. Nick's not going to work with Adam. Why would Victor ask? And she wants to tell Connor. I don't know. They would all tell their kids when they want to tell their kids. We're not going to all have a family dinner. And then Yolanda says, many viewers wished he had purchased it, especially since we know Victor will weaponize the darn company. And he's already done that. He's already done that today, saying healthy competition between companies is about to begin. He's like, so strap up, my daughter. Oh, and then the one thing where is my picture on that? Did I not put it here? I had a picture of Victoria propositioning Nate. where she said she was going out of town. Where is that picture? She was going to go out of town to LA for, to buy some media companies. And so she tells Nate, she invites him. She goes, "You want to come along?" And Nate said, "Do you think that that is wise?" Oh, here it is, y'all. Let me put this up here. Let me go to it. So Nate says, "Do you think that's wise?" And Victoria says, "Well, these purchases will directly affect your division. And are you concerned about, what happened the other night?" And so he goes, yes. And she goes, "Well, you said that it was a mistake and it's not going to happen again. Then it's not going to happen again. After all," she's looking, "we're adults. You're an adult. You can exercise self-control. Don't you want to be in?" He goes, "Well, yes, I would very much want to go and be involved in the business." He's letting her know this is business. Absolutely. Right? Watch. She's gonna do something. And then I'm hoping, because one thing Adam told him that Nate heard it and was wishing it wasn't true. Adam told him, "You should do very well there at Newman Media." And he goes, "Why?" He said, "Because you are not intimately involved with a Newman at all. So things are going to go well for you." And Adam wasn't saying that as if he had some kind of insider information. He was saying that matter of fact. They're keeping you there, or Victoria really is keeping you there, obviously based on your work. There's nothing going on non-business. And so Nate just kind of looked, because see, yeah, he's trying to stop the non-business, and look at what the angle Victoria's coming in now with. So that's going to be good. Nate, hot seat Nate, and I can't wait for the hot seat to really get hotter. It needs to, because my guess is everybody, Nate's going to sleep with her. And I'm wondering, will Elena make a trip to LA to surprise him and catch them? Because Audra might put a bug in Elena's ear. It's LA. I checked the calendar. The last business meeting is scheduled for Friday. I don't know why they're waiting until Monday to come back. Right? That's the kind of thing Audra would do. She'd say, "I'd go out there and surprise him. Show Victoria whose man he is." We shall see, y'all. We shall see. So I'll be back tomorrow for another. Oh, look, I got my General Hospital thing up. Young and the Restless. There we go. I'll be back tomorrow for another daily recap of The Young and the Restless.